So then I was still friends with my friend Janet from Herald, and we were like really close, and I told her like I love UIC, but like I don't like they don't offer anything for my major, and I need a reel to go into like entertainment news. So she was like, you should have like applied to DePaul. They have like a journalism major. And I was like, yes. So again, without telling my mom, I applied to DePaul, and I like put in my special circumstance appeal, and I got in, and they gave me money, and I told my mom like, you know, I applied to DePaul, like, what do you think? And she was like, well, if it's going to help you with your major and, like, what you want. Because by this time, I had not changed my major at all. So I was like, she knew I was serious about this, and I knew I was serious about this. So I decided to transfer to DePaul. So I went to DePaul, and I was scared shitless because that was the first time in my college career that I had a journalism class, and I sucked. Like, the journalism writing just was so different. I was so used to academic writing and blog writing. And blog writing, I mean like writing however I wanted to. And I was introduced to like the nut graph, AP style, like how to like write your interview. Like, it was just so new to me. And then I was like with students who already had journalism experience from their high school or other things that I was like very confused, and I was like, what the hell is this? I also only had one friend, so during my fall and winter quarter I had my friend Janet with me, so that's like the only reason I didn't feel alone. And then by then I think my friend Fed came back, but genuinely I liked it. Like, I liked the classes. Like, I had journalism, and then I took a PR class. So for one, I felt like fully prepared because I like knew how to write journalism pieces. I knew how to write script. I knew how to like edit news packages. I was able to download like Adobe software and like learn that and like practice with that and edit with that. And then I, you know, like learned the basics of journalism that I wouldn't have learned at UIC. So again, like, I'm very grateful of the courses at DePaul. I just really love the social aspect of UIC. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So then after that, I'm really grateful because I had courses that I was able to build my, bless you, I was able to build my portfolio up. So I was able to apply to this one internship, what's it called? For the Emmys. And the first round I didn't get anywhere, right? Yeah. No. But then I didn't get accepted, obviously. I didn't have like money enough. Okay. I am grateful that DePaul, one, the professors are so helpful. Like, they'll literally like fight for you in terms of like getting you positions and things like that. So that was really great. I had great professors. The one thing I will say is that DePaul, their journalism program is more centered towards like hard news or like sports. So like entertainment really wasn't there. And then on top of that, like, they didn't really have like a creative outlet per se. So like, as someone who wanted to go into entertainment, like, I didn't really see like an opportunity there. And then also, like, I know people like go to school in Chicago like for news because of like the news outlets, and maybe it's because I genuinely didn't like hard news that I just wasn't getting positions. But like, it's really hard to get internships here, like really hard. And I was really grateful that one of my professors gave me an opportunity to like work for her, because I think if I didn't have her, I wouldn't have gotten any experience. So I will say that. Susie, what the fuck? I will say DePaul, oh my bad. DePaul has much more like journalism opportunities and public relations opportunities. They have more like camera equipment, more like resources for you to use if you're in media, for you to like literally, like, I think one of my first 3 videos Janet directed and like edited them, and I used one of the professional cameras until I was able to like buy me a good DSLR. But great for that. I will say it's more centered around hard news, so if you are someone who wants to go to DePaul and you want to go into the creative side, you're not going to find that in the program, but you could use the camera stuff to do your own creative thing. So that's like something that, you know, was grateful for. I did feel out of place because a lot of times when the professors did ask you, or at least this is the vibe that I got, they kind of like didn't really take you that serious. If you said you were into entertainment news, it was kind of like, oh, and then they felt like they gave more attention to the students that were more into like hard news or things in that nature versus someone who wanted to go into more creative fields. So that was just my experience, except for my professor who really helped me out. She was the only one that was really passionate. But you do leave, if you do major in journalism, you do have the option to choose editorial, radio, newspaper, and I believe broadcast. So I chose broadcast, and I was the anchor for Good Day DePaul, and I was able to do like news pieces, and so now I have like a really great portfolio where I can like come up with a reel, which I still have to edit, and yeah, what was I gonna say? Otherwise than that, it was great. I think socially, because I only had one friend, I didn't like try to make more than, well, actually I did. I tried to make more than one friend. It was like hard. It wasn't until I met my work wife, Crystal, that I was like, okay, like this is it. And then I remember the first time last November we took TV News 1. She was my go-girl. Like, we were each other's camera person. Like, we were each other's partner. And I don't think I would have gotten through that course if it weren't for her. And then we took Good Day DePaul, and then we took another senior capstone together. So, like, that's my best friend for life. I'm like, she's like one of the other journalism persons that I'm genuinely excited to see what she does. Because I'm her number one number one fan. There you go. And I think she will always be considered my work wife. So that, shout out to Crystal. But otherwise than that, I felt very like, I have my pros and cons with DePaul. In one way, I'm grateful for the professors, because I had 3 favorite professors who I feel like genuinely, I felt like I could go up to and kind of tell them what I wanted to do. But then I also felt very like I didn't belong there in terms of like work. Just because like I wanted to go entertainment, and I feel like it would have been easier if I went to a school in California that kind of centered their news towards that, but because Chicago doesn't, it felt very difficult. I felt like the friends I did have, like I just didn't, aside from my work wife, I didn't vibe with them as much. And so if you're watching this, I'm sorry. So a lot of the times I would just go to school and then come home, and I missed the social aspect that Herald and UIC gave me. So do I feel like, I mean, like if I had the option, I think I would have applied to U of I and gone to U of I instead of DePaul. Because at least I would have had friends there. And I would have like done things differently. But the courses were fine, and like I got enough experience to be able to like go and like know how to like edit and like write news and like do all that. Maybe it was just because I was a transfer student, or because I just didn't vibe, aside from like the friends that I did make, that I was kind of like you know, but that's just my personal experience. You can do a great, like, you can flourish. So if you do go to DePaul, I recommend it. It just wasn't, like, I wish I had more friends. I'm a social butterfly, so I need to make friends. If I don't make friends, like, it affects my mental health. Like, I need to, like, want to hang out after school. Like, you know, and I just didn't have that, and I was just very, like, not it. Like, I don't like that. But obviously, you know, once you make friends, it's easier. I do appreciate DePaul. Obviously, I graduated, and I have to like apply and stuff like that. There's some things I didn't like how you had to pay for internship course, which is just like a reflection of your work. Like, I didn't see the point of that. I feel like you could have just gotten like an internship and didn't need the course itself, but that was just like one thing. But for a journalism student, I highly recommend. I don't know the journalism program at U of I, so I can't really speak to that. But I feel like if you're passionate about like hard news and not entertainment, but like if you're interested in hard news or sports news, DePaul is the way to go, because you have literally radio, broadcast, editorial, like newspaper, whatever. You have all those resources to write and build your portfolio and things like that. So that's something you could have done. I just didn't. Honestly, I take responsibility in the fact that I didn't take as much, like, I didn't take the advantage I had to like build it up. I wrote a few pieces here and there and stuff like that. I recommend joining her campus, because I joined, and I think that was like one of the news like places, well, not news, but like kind of like online publication groups, whatever, and I had like a blast writing things, and like I met cool people through there. So like I recommend that if you're a freshman watching my video. But yeah, I mean, that's it. I went to 4 different universities, so like I will say Harold Washington will always have a special place in my heart. So will DePaul, because I graduated from there, and I just started making more friends the quarter that I graduated, so that's interesting. I wish I had kept that same energy the 2 years that I was there, but I didn't. I don't know, that was just more me though than it was the school. I just didn't like lend myself to making new friends, and I just kind of like stuck. My mama. And so like that was just me though. But yeah, that was my transfer / college. It's a long video, hopefully it'll be short, and then I'll cut into segments. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, follow me on the gram. I'm more fun, I promise you that, or literally just on TikTok, crybabylibra97. Instagram is melissa.1997. I also think I have like a new blog. It's called Miss 20 something. I'm trying to log back into my old blogger account, but I can't, so yeah. Anyways, thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in another sit down video.